In this video, I want to talk about a option play on Nike. So we made multiple videos on like share Nike plays, but this video is going to be on a option contracts to play the symmetrical triangle breakout to the upside and potentially fill this gap. So this is going to be a short-term trade. In this video, I want to talk about SPY and the overall market and how we are really setting up for another breakout to the upside. So the overall market is looking good. I want to talk about some other stock setups that we had that went incredibly great. Our Coinbase options, which we made a video on 5 days ago on this A+ setup on Coinbase, and the option contract hit over 250%, 350%, I believe. But I personally got out at 104%. So a solid buy on Coinbase. And then I had another play on Shopify. I was actually going to make a video on it. But it kind of gapped up. It gapped up like 3%. So we had a very nice play on Shopify, 92%. It hit over 150%. At open. So this is what we are taking a look at. Our share plays are doing amazing. CLSK, Riot. If you entered in any of the long-term stocks, Starbucks is doing good. Pfizer is doing good. Pretty much all of them are looking very good. Now again, if you guys want access to the Discord, we have been absolutely killing it. But I'm going to be talking a lot about in this Discord. In this video about this setup on Nike so that you guys can really understand what I am looking at. I also have the full-on 2-hour exclusive stock market psychology, setting up TradingView, understanding the simple concepts, really digesting it, and over 2021 to 2023 worth of charts, so just charts that you can study on and all of that. So make sure to check that out. Use code 2024 for 50% off lifetime. So let's get started. We have a lot to go over in this video. The first thing that I want to go over is SPY. Okay, SPY right over here is looking very interesting. We are in this solid consolidation channel going on over here, and the price action is very, very clear. We have our support at 528, our resistance at 531. Now the key thing is, are we going to break this to the downside or to the upside? If we break this to the downside and we have a red day tomorrow and we break the support at 528, and then our support is going to be 424. So if we break this level and then we're going to buy calls off of this level of support, because this is going to be our next area to play the bounce on. So if we do have a red day or a red week for rest of the week or next week and we hit this level of support, this is going to be our area to buy in calls at. Now I'm taking a look at the RSI right here, and the RSI is at that overbought level. So that is something to be very, very cautious of. And that is why we're really trading sideways and consolidating, because we had a massive move to the upside. We called this bottom right here, but whenever we have a massive move to the upside, that was almost a 6% move, 7% move on SPY, we really need to cool down and trade sideways. So this is what I am looking at. The probability is more to the downside since we are overbought. So, I'm being very, very cautious right now, especially for stocks like Apple. They had a massive, massive run, and we're looking at least some sort of a consolidation like here. And these consolidation can, typically last for a couple days to couple weeks. So this was like couple weeks right here, or for even a month, or, price action like this. But then if we take a look at our other scenarios, so we have two, scenarios right now. We break this to the downside, we hit this level of support, we buy calls and play this bounce, or we just keep trading sideways and keep trading off these zones if you trade futures. But above 531 we are bullish. So if you start breaking this to the upside right here, so this is what I am taking a look at for SPY. Now let's talk about Nike, because this is why you guys are here for. So like in our video for Coinbase, I went over the price target, the stop loss, why exactly was Coinbase A+ setup. That was one of an amazing setups that we had, over 250% on Coinbase. But when I'm taking a look at Nike, I really want to go in depth, because as I mentioned, make sure to watch that Coinbase video again, because again, we bought in right at the level of support, and it really went into our play, and everything that I've said in that video really played out. So I want to do the same thing with Nike right here, go over exactly what we are taking a look at. Now, the first thing that I noticed right away is that it is very, very, very tight, and that is what we want. That is what it makes setup a plus setup. When we are getting extremely tight, we are getting ready for a move. Okay, this price action is king right over here. So the first thing that right away I'm noticing is the price action and how we are trading sideways and we are squeezing. The second thing that I'm noticing is we have this gap to the upside. So we have this incentive right over here where this is our trend. Like if we break this to the downtrend, this is going to be our target right here. We have an incentive to go up. We are also in the low on the daily time frame. So the symmetrical triangle breaking to the upside is a lot higher, since we are already at like yearly lows, like 52-week lows. So just analyzing right over here, just taking a look at the bigger picture. Bigger picture looks good. Closer picture looks good. We're getting tight, and then we have this gap. Now this is what is happening with Nike and what I am looking at. We really need to be above $92, okay, $93. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a line here. This is going to be our breakout area, okay? We want to be above this level of resistance, and a close above that is going to be confirmation. Now, we're going with calls. You can also play puts with Nike. It's a symmetrical triangle, so it's a neutral pattern, but we're going with calls and to the upside because of the gap and because of the overall trend. The overall trend is to the upside, and the probability is to the upside. We're already down so low. So the main idea for our option contract is going to be buying this low. So look at the past couple days, this price action. I really have to zoom in right here, but take a look at these candlesticks. Okay, these candlesticks are speaking volumes right here. Look at however, whenever we hit this level around $91, we bounce back. So that is going to be the perfect entry for Nike calls off of that level of support, and then our stop loss is going to be below this level. So we really need to hold $91. Below $91, we are looking very, very bearish, and we want to be out of our Nike calls. So this is going to be our stop loss. We need to hold this level, but we need to be above $92 for it to be bullish. So $93. And again, this is a setup where it has been setting a lot. I want to talk about, so we had Shopify play where we played the bounce off of. So there are two things that you can play. You can play the bounce, you can play the quick bounce like we did with Shopify, or you could also play the downtrend breakout. So you can also play the breakout and the bounce. So for example, with Coinbase, we played the bounce here. So if you take a look at my alert and the chart. This was the alert. We bought in right at the level of support. That's good. So that is one thing. But then we also played the breakout to the upside and sold at this green candle. Now we sold at like 150, like 100%, but it did went to over like 200%. But that is what we are taking a look at with Nike, where we can play the bounce, and then we can also play this breakout, because we're taking a look at Nike and this symmetrical triangle. We have so much room to the upside, especially since we have been trading sideways for a while right now. We have so much room to the upside going on with Nike. So we have this gap right here. Let me remove this. We have this gap at $96, but let's take a look at our price targets. So my first price target is going to be the 94 area. So I'm going to color this yellow, and then the second price target is really going to be this gap entry. Again, we really have this incentive to go to the upside to fill the gap. So that is what we are taking a look at for Nike. Now for as the option contract, I want to get June 7th expiration at the money call. So I think June 7th is a good time frame. What I'm going to do over here is add a vertical line. and add in June 7th. So we really have this much. Okay, we have this much room. So this is our expiration. This is the expiration that I want to grab. I did not grab my calls yet. I want to grab the calls tomorrow sometime at market open. But this is how much time we have to hit $94. So, if I go over here, depending on when we hit $94, it could be a 44% gain to like 20% gain, and that is our conservative price target. So this is where it closed. So we're talking about like we can hit that price target 94 in like one day. Like this stock typically moves 1.6%, so we can hit that in one day, and that would be a solid 40% gain, 40% gain on our contract. And then obviously we're talking about the 96, 95, and that would be so like 95.7. That would be around 100% gain if we hold it to the upside. And I definitely want to grab multiple contracts, so I want to leave multiple runners to the upside. So overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very in-depth video on our Nike call option play. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you have not already, make sure to join the Discord. We're really just chatting here, talking about different plays. We were talking about McDonald's, and it's a really nice small community of like-minded individuals where we're just kind of discussing at market open. Sometimes I'll be going live and whatnot, sharing our accounts and our trade plans and what we are taking a look at. So that's pretty cool. If you guys want to join, that link in the description. Overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, bye.